Back now with the Small Burns. Tim Twaddle had upwards of 12 or 13 or 14 horses for us all summer, just with Austral Hanover going out. The sale of Enzo Aguayo, Fashion Presidente, Procrastinator World for 2 have gone to the field. Silent Assassin has gone to the field. Spitfire came back home. Tailgate gone to the field. All that's left is Will to Win Hanover. Nice filly. Still lots of racing left for this filly. She raced good. Mark did a great job with her in the Consolation. She hasn't raced back yet. I'm going to take a little look at her staking here. She's got stuff coming up. Keep in mind, what looks to be overstaked her now that we look at her talent level, but she's staked to a lot of things for the rest of the season. I'm interested to see what's going to take place with Will to Win Hanover here in the next month. Keep in mind, now what we are left doing is building her portfolio, building her resume for the rest of her life. This is a filly that we plan on breeding, potentially selling in full to a top sire. One, who are we going to breed her to? She is going to be bred in February. Somebody said to me the other day, I didn't know you were going to breed her. I've only been as clear as I could since the beginning of time. Definitely since the start of this year, that she would likely be bred as a 4-year-old in February, and that's exactly what will happen. Who are we going to breed her to? But what will her resume look like when she gets to the breeding shed? She had a decent year. She's shown some speed. She trotted in 55. Won 2 or 3 times in 57. She's been okay. So who do we breed her to? But first off, how do we pad her resume? How do we make her filly raced in, you look on the catalogs, she raced in this, she raced in that. That all is a badge for a broodmare. It'd be great if it said won the, but even raced in, stakes place, 3rd in the blank. So where do we race Will to Win Hanover? We'll figure that out. I'll actually probably figure that out by the time I get to the border. But for now, where do we race Will to Win Hanover? I don't know. First off, she'll race in the Meadows, her next start. Adrenaline Rush is at Deb O'Brien's barn. A little sick the other night, obviously not his best race. I said definitely don't race him next week. Give him a week off, clean him up, tighten him up, and get him back to Grand River. No more Mohawk for this guy. I know that might put a bad taste in some people's mouths, but here, he's going to race where he can win. Not where he's 10-1, 12-1, and if James puts on a clinic and races him great, we can be 2nd or 3rd. I want him 8-5, 2-1 going on the track. He is going to race at Grand River. That is that. Crantini. Now, Megan, hold the phone. Megan does not just have Crantini. Megan has Crantini, Tactical Mounds. Those 3 horses here. I'm going to talk. I haven't done my opening yet. I didn't do my opening yet. I'm going to do it as I cross the border. But man, those horses were so impressive the other night. Brace for Landing, Landing Strip, and Tactical Mounds. Man, they were super good. And then I talked to Megan quietly after about their blood work. She said their blood was still a little off. There was things they could work on with their blood, and she thinks that their best start will be going into the finals. Tactical Mounds, I think, has a real chance to win the filly division final. Now the Colts, there was some killers in the other division. There's no slouches, no walkovers, but those Colts are both eligible. A ton of stuff. Just starting their 2-year-old career as the 2-year-old season is winding down. They got Kentucky. They got the Breeders' Crown, which I don't think either of them will go to the Breeders' Crown just yet. We'll see. Definitely have Kentucky. I think Kentucky will be the turning point for a horse like Brace for Landing. Is he ready to tangle with those horses? If not, no problem. 4th leg of the kindergarten, Valley Victory. That's where he'll likely be headed. He'll end up the season with 10 starts. And the other day, he was just a little bit short. Horse hadn't raced in 2.5 weeks. We trained him in 2-2 in the mud. He had to go in 55. And for those of you who saw me say, he got passed down the lane. That horse trotted as hard as he could trot, as hard as he could lay his legs right through the wire. That's how I want to see him race. You might have seen a beaten horse. I saw a horse that was trying his ass off to win, and I was very, very proud of what he did. Landing Strip, again, a little pouty little bugger, but I think a little bit of that work, getting his blood proper. I think that horse is going to come up with a good. Now, you might say, well, Anthony, what are you doing? You may have figured out already that the sale in Ohio is on the same day as the final. I already knew that. Mark McDonald is going to drive Tactical Mounts. Mark McDonald is going to drive Landing Strip. And Tim Tetrick is going to drive Brace for Landing. It's already been sorted, figured it out before we left the paddock. So that's what's going to happen next Friday. I can't wait to see these horses race. And all 3 of them. Brace for Landing's a little touchy. You know, he's a little touchier, so you're going to have to race him like a very green trotter. If you guys saw how I raced him, I kept him off the gate. I brought him into position late. As they said go, I let him trot out, but kept him quiet. And that's such a big track, and the turn is so sweeping, they don't get stressed out. I never could understand how they look so quiet as they roll along. Now I know. You know, and I guess I always did know, but it never dawned on me until you're on the track, you're in the race on that track. You know, that turn, it's almost like a straightaway. They just kind of float along, don't get too excited, and I wasn't in a hurry. I knew somebody was going to cut him loose. Made his way to the front, and when he made his way to the front, immediately was waiting for me to put the air on. I could have been at the half in a minute if I wanted to be. He trotted around the last turn. I thought I had that horse put away, but he was just too strong. That horse had a lot more starts and a lot more experience in Brace for Landing, and the other horse came and picked him off for second, but the horse raced well. Fought to the wire, fought off Yannick. I actually won $10 off Yannick the other night, which was fantastic. We went under the wire, and because I'm me, and I know Yannick real well, I looked at him and I said, hey, nice fourth. He goes, no, you were fourth. I was third. I said, hold on a second. I said, you want to put some money on that? Yeah. I said, well, you drive here for a living, and you're certain, so I'm going to need odds. I'm going to bet my $5 against your 10 that I was third. Deal. He said, I'll bet you $100. I said, no, you overplayed your hand. You could have got me maybe for 100 5 seconds ago, but for right now, 5 against your 10. Oh my God. When it flashed up, number 6 instead of number 1, I saw him. He turned around and his face was red. I said, you do this for a living, don't you? You kind of do this for a living? It was great. I loved it. I'm going to tell that story in the opening. So Brace for Landing raced absolutely tremendous. But Tactical Mounts, that filly, she's sitting on a very, very good mile. I cannot wait to see her race next Friday. She was awesome the other day. And Landing Strip, as I said, was good also. Brett and Stacey Miller have Kings County, who's third in the Charlie Hill yesterday and 51-1, trotted again, I think 52 or 51-4. That's a $200,000 race, a big day for the stable yesterday between Per Lucky winning and Kings County finishing third. So Kings County raced great. Walk on the Moon raced great for Stacy, so hopefully he can continue and improve. Talking about Jim Eaton, as I said, Rosita's Dream races tonight in the Consolation, but Per Lucky winning yesterday. Lifetime mark on a 7 or 8 year old trotter. Pretty nice horse. Per Lucky, just total class. 52-3, new lifetime mark. Just really, really, really proud of him. Where are we at now? Leaps and Bounds is actually not in Kentucky. She's in Northfield Park with Jason. I have to switch that around too. Massive Profit with Ross Leonard. Mopar Baby's going into the field. And Massive Profit raced his first start the other day. Okay, mathematically wise. Now, show me something. So this is second start on Lazex in Indiana. We'll see how he races this week. More Than You Know is out in the field right now. So he's out in the field. Mark and Melissa Beckwith have Patrick the Piranha A, who was fantastic in his return from PEI, finished fourth. Both those horses finished fourth in the returns. Patrick the Piranha gets another kick at them this week. And Twin B Habanero has also joined the Mark Beckwith stable. He'll be racing this week. Julie Miller has 3 Point Blue Chip. He was awesome and been awesome his whole life for us. Injured himself, had to put a screw in his coffin bone, swim him, starting to train him down, been in 220 with him. Just an incredible animal. Just an absolutely incredible animal. I can't wait to see. I hope he makes it back. I hope he does. Just a really, really nice horse and just a great story surrounding him. So with that, I'm at the border now. Just got my opening left. Know exactly what I'm going to talk about. We'll talk to you guys soon. I hope you had a great weekend. I know we did. Big week next week. The Ohio sale on Friday. I'm going to talk about that too. Take care.